Mr. Base Science,
What is the
best diet? I need a diet. Mr. Base Scientist, the #1 nutritional genius in modern world, please give me the diet. The diet that can save my ass
from this hell that the Matrix is?
Guess what, kid?
Guess what, kiddo? You have to do your own work. I'm sorry. I'm just here to guide you. But you have to go inside and check yourself before you really wreck yourself. You feel me? There's no one diet, and everybody who says it, one exact diet for every human being, no matter the age, no matter the gender, everybody's equal. No matter where you come from, your environment, your situation, your genes, no matter the food you can get in your environment. Look, man, we can get some guidelines going. There's only do cooked steaks like a true carnivore, and maybe have a little bit of coffee. That's the best diet, because I'm a professor, PhD in nutrition. But get this book, and don't get mad at me if I change my opinion in 2 years, because it wasn't working for me. I've been looking into diets for over a decade. I've seen them all, and I've seen people's results with them all. And so many people have quit every single diet. People have quit raw meat, people have quit primal diet, people have quit carnivore diet, people have quit vegan diet, plant-based diet, animal-based diet, grain-based diet, starch solution, fruitarianism, omnivore diet, standard American diet. All these diets are nonsense. What you need to do is, you need to look around what people that still live closer to the nature eat, and especially those people that have lived in the area you live in, you spawned in. What have your ancestors been chucking in their stomachs? Raw chicken, that's what. But you need to look at that, what they've been doing before the modern world came and ruined everything with all its toxicity. What were people doing? What were people doing around the world? Then you can get a lot. The base of the diet. Like what foods man should eat. You can get a better understanding, the base of the natural foods that human beings want. And guess what those are? Those are mostly animal foods with some plant foods. Some plants a little bit better than some plants. Some plants fuck you up a little bit more than other plants. Many plants come with some pros and some cons, but most of the people around the world still ate some plants. They prepared them the right way. That was the lead that eliminated most of the cons from those plants, so they go get the pros out of those plants. But then you can think, maybe they did it for survival. they needed the plants to survive. But if your ancestors ate those plants all this time, maybe there's some adaptations to your genes. That those plants might have a role in your diet also. There's so much dogma like no plants, zero carb, strictly carnivore, but I can drink my coffee a little bit here and there. Only raw meat, only raw animal-based foods. Like there is a lot more nuance to the diet, and you need to figure out, and if you don't know how to do it, you need to get a little bit help, a little bit of guidance, somebody who knows these nuances about nutrition, at least somewhat, because at the end of the day, many of these questions boil simply down to yes or no, but it is so complex road to that yes or no, that we humans, with our ideas, with our beliefs, with our knowledge, we many times go wrong with that yes or no question. Is this good? Yes or no? But there's so much complexity, so much nuances. But you can make pretty good guess if you have some common sense. You look around what's going on in the real life, and you're not too dogmatic about it. Now you can say it's better to know the mechanisms, the biochemistry. That's how you get the bottom of this yes or no. But I've seen so many people get so lost with their PhDs, professor, academics, education, biohacking, this or that, supplements. Like when you get into the rabbit hole of how things really work, like really work, how this vitamin affects this vitamin, affects this vitamin, affects this vitamin, like this mineral affects this mineral, this. And then you lose the bigger picture. That's the real world. And you start to live in the books, in the computer. That's what happened to so many people also. There's so much noise. And you need to gather yourself the knowledge bits, the little knowledge nuggets from all the noise, and you have to feel yourself what works and what doesn't, and try not to be. That's why all these communities, these diet communities, suck ass, because everybody's so dogmatic and religious about them. Now, sometimes it's needed. For example, it's needed to eliminate, for the most part, I always keep my mind open for those Louis Coronas, Brian Clement types. If they are not bullshitting people, scamming people, there is need to eliminate certain diets like vegan diets, plant-based diets, because they do so much harm to so many people. But I've seen people heal also with completely plants. Like, it's so situational. Diets are super situational, and it is this living thing that keep on going while you are living, and it can change. Your needs, your body's needs, and your goals as a person might change. That's where the nuance comes in. And when you give those blanket statements, like salt is bad, 100% for everybody. Why then some people feel benefits eating salt sometimes, and some people feel worse getting salt sometimes. Some people get headaches from salt. What about dairy? Some people start to bleed from their asshole if they drink a little bit of raw dairy, and some people thrive on raw dairy. Many indigenous people also thrive on raw dairy. Also, one of the biggest things that I always see is also that people start to give advice from their own experience only. Like, but this worked for me for a couple of weeks and now I know everything. Now you can say, this worked for me, maybe it will work for you. You can give it like that. But if you give it like, this worked for me and it's gonna work for you, 100%. And then that person gets disappointed. It didn't work, but you were so confident. Because you wanted that cloud. You wanted to be seen as a leader. Somebody important. But then you broke that trust because your advice sucked ass. It did work out for this person, even though it did work for you. That's how situational this diet stuff is. But guess what? Bourbon roll works for everybody. 100% of the time. But there are certain things that seem to work, for most of the people at least. Like a large percentage of people, and start to heal those people. Now also, how sick you are from your starting point affects also your diet and your goals. If you are really fucked up, you're really sick, you're really ill from this matrix, you might need a protocol that's quite a bit more strict. You need a diet, you need guidance, and you cannot play around much for a while so you can heal your body. But a healthy person can handle without any negatives pretty much a lot of the foods, like those tribal people that still eat tubers, they eat starches daily, they eat raw animal foods, they eat cooked animal foods, because the environment is so good, the community is so good, there's so little toxicity, they don't get these first day they come to this earth, all of that. Their gut microbiome, their gut is not fucked up, they don't have leaky gut, they can handle a lot of things. But you living in this matrix, getting the worst of it, you might be gone. Maybe you need to do only raw animal products, Arginus style. But even Arginus, like, if you don't deep dive into Arginus Wonderplanet's work, the primal diet guy, if you only read, for example, the 2 books he made, but you don't actually look what he did after that, like his diet plan was always like, it was never done. He made up new things constantly because he was coaching people constantly, and he realized what he wrote into the first book, like this is how it is. He realized it wasn't how it is for some people. That's why you need to become the master of your own body and your own environment and your own diet. get some guidance, get some knowledge from everywhere, and then start experimenting. See what happens. There's so much nuance that goes into this, like everything. And in the end, it pretty much boils down to simplicity again. But that's how it is. Just quit the fucking dogma. That makes this community so toxic and everybody just sucks, yells at each other. Give advice. And also people love when somebody comes along very confidently and says this is how it is. And maybe it is how it is. But what if it isn't? What if it isn't how it is? Ever thought about that? That's gonna break that trust real quick. Maybe some people know a little bit more than you. There's also that. No, minimize the religious beliefs. Maximize the knowledge, but keep open mind and stay humble. Little bro, stay humble.